And that's the memo. Now, for the top story tonight, reaction to that analysis with us, Fox News analyst Mark Lamont Hill. Dr. Mark Lamont Hill. The racial thing bothers me a little bit. Go ahead. You heard what I said. Go ahead.
Yeah, I must admit, I mean, you have me baffled in your analysis here. To say that this isn't a racial issue when this man's entire career has been marked by the tropes of race, from an entertainer to the legal realm. In all areas of his career, he's been marked by race. Yes, the black community has embraced him. Yes, the black community has wrapped its arms around him more in depth, but that's because the media has assaulted him in ways that they don't do white people of that stature.
All right. I disagree 100%. I want the audience to know. When the Jackson 5 came on the scene, they were immediately a crossover band. That means white Americans bought their records just as much as black Americans. No racial component. They were a great entertaining group. Motown put them out. White people bought their records just as white people bought Stevie Wonder's records, Smokey Robinson's records. So there's no racial component there. The man grows up, all right? He has mega hit after mega hit after mega hit. Every white person I know is dancing their buns off to Off the Wall and Thriller. I don't see any racial deal there. I don't see him being criticized there. It's only when he gets into the bizarre realm of bleaching his skin, plastic surgery, and sleeping with children, strange children, children he
Going to
doesn't
sleep
know.
with children.
Sleeping with them in the same bed.
But clearly someone may think when you say sleeping with children that there was a sexual component to that.
I'm saying the words as clear as I can, Doctor.
Yes.
Sleeping with children.
Right.
An adult sleeping with children, not his kids. Unacceptable for any adult to do that. That's not acceptable behavior. Only after that do people come after him. I don't see, if he were a white guy, people would say, hey, that's not acceptable.
But here's the point, Bill. No one is saying that the media should not have drawn attention to Michael Jackson.
So what's
for those
the racial
behaviors.
component?
The component is now he has passed away.
Yeah.
About a year or two ago when Jerry Falwell died, you and I debated this very point. You said, give the man 3 days to a week and let the people mourn him before you start talking about his racist politics. You said that yourself. So why are we giving Jerry Falwell something that we won't even give Michael Jackson?
Look. I'm not saying anything about Michael Jackson. In fact, if you remember, I was the guy that said he was acquitted in a court of law, and it's got to stand. I reiterated that last night, and I've never made any comment about his criminality ever.
Right.
Okay? Because I'm going with the system. Now, a guy like Peter King comes out, and he says, and I know Peter King. He's not a racist. He's not. He says the guy is a pedophile. So, in his opinion, and it's shared by a lot of people, King would have said that if the guy were any color with his rap sheet, any color.
But it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened that way. And that's
Wait a minute. You're saying King wouldn't have criticized
That's
that?
exactly what I'm saying.
Bull.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You don't know the man, he would have.
But don't escape the Jerry Falwell point here. You said you critiqued me for calling him a racist after his funeral. You said that's inappropriate behavior, that it's insensitive, and that it's disrespectful to his legacy to do so. Not because you didn't agree with me, but because you said that's not what you do to a celebrity after they die.
It's apples and oranges.
Please tell me how.
Look, it is. Al Sharpton gets up there and makes him Martin Luther King Jr. Come on.
He didn't do that. He
ridiculous.
spoke to a truth. First of all, Michael, in addition to being perhaps the greatest child prodigy since Mozart, right, and I'm not being hyperbolic to say that, Michael Jackson also opened doors for people on MTV, on the video realm at large.
No argument.
That's what he talked about. He opened the door. He was the Jackie Robinson of music.
Michael taught us to love one another.
He absolutely did. He brought blacks and whites together. How could the reason
he brought blacks and whites together?
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody liked his music. That look,
brings blacks and whites together.
You just made my argument for me. You just made my point. There's no racial component in here.
Just because it's not racist doesn't mean that it's not racial.
There isn't any.
No, there is a racial component. The fact that he brings blacks and whites together is a racial component. The fact that a black man would disfigure his face in such a way to resemble white folk makes it a racial component.
Okay, then why is he being held up by the African American community as a pillar of black America when he blanches his skin?
Because we are a loyal people, we are a protected people, and we understand that the architecture of white supremacy
I don't even mind that.
That's how white supremacy works. A whole lot of black people want to look white.
Look, Jackson's American. He wants to bleach his skin. Fine. I don't care.
Right.
All right. But answer me this. If he is such a black American icon, why did he have his kids with white men?
That's a personal matter. That doesn't make him less black. There's no blackness meter here. You don't become less black when you have a white kid.
You don't become an African-American icon when you do something like that.
No, you become an African-American icon for producing the greatest music and being the greatest entertainer ever, for being an extraordinary humanitarian, and for that's exactly why he's a great American.
You just become an American icon for that, not a black man.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You're an American icon.
It's not either or. He is an American icon. He is quintessentially American, but he's also undeniably black. You can't take black from him just because he has white kids.
Always a pleasure debating with you.
Always my pleasure.